I'm going to share a few insights today that I've gotten this past week on how to navigate through times of uncertainty. So in yesterday's video, I talked about how after a bit of a prolonged period of uncertainty on some business related things, this week, all of a sudden, seemingly out of nowhere, stuff just started to flow. Like the results of things I started working on 2 and 3 months ago, all of a sudden started to bear fruit and money. That's the real outcome of that this week. But when I think back to where I was at 1 and 2 months ago and just really not understanding what was happening or why the effort that I was putting in wasn't getting results, as best I can trace it back, a few weeks ago, I started as what Michael Singer would call living from a place of surrender. And I was reminded of this yesterday. I was listening to an interview between Lisa Berkovitz and Patrick Combs, and Patrick used that term. And it just brought me back to where I was in 2018 when I first went through Michael's course. And I really started to get a whole new perspective on how life continues to unfold the way it's planned, regardless of the ways that we try and control it. We can allow God's plan to unfold through us, or we can resist it and try and create our own plans, which may create some outcomes in the short term, but ultimately life is going to unfold as life is going to unfold. And it's a lot more peaceful to align with God's plan for life. And that's kind of what I started doing about 2 weeks ago, is in my daily practice of A Course in Miracles. Even though the asks for the practice periods each day were much bigger, I really started leaning into them. If I didn't have anything scheduled in my calendar that precluded me from it, I really just opened up and surrendered and say, okay, what I'm being asked of, I will do here. And so I kind of got this 1-2 punch again today between completing that interview between Lisa and Patrick, where he talked about, the path that he's been on living from a place of surrender. And then seeing a Facebook post from Patrice Warren at Pure Inspirational. And in it, one of her points that she was making was, you feel at peace when you don't know what's next. When God is in charge, peace leads the way. Psalm 46:10. And that has been how I've been feeling this week. I don't feel like I truly know what's next. I feel like I've been asked to record these videos every day for 100 days. Feel like I've been asked to lead a Course in Miracles study group once a month for the next 9 months, and I don't know where it's all going. And I'm trusting and having faith that it's going somewhere that it's meant to. And in that, as I've stepped into it, I've been feeling peace, even though I've been stretched, financially, in some relationships. But there is this overwhelming feeling of peace and certainty that everything is unfolding as it's meant to. And that's all I got at this point. I don't have anything more than that deep-seated sense of peace around the process that I'm in. Outcomes are starting to drip in slowly but surely. And I'm trusting that all of what is meant for me is coming as it is meant to, as I open up and allow it. So that's my little nugget of insight that I'm getting from my experience today. I will be back again tomorrow.